not often I say it about cheap Chinese shit, but I actually rate this Rhinowalk gear. Rightio, welcome back. So today we're going to run through this Rhinowalk gear, which if you're into adventure riding at all, you would have seen on the internet in one way or another, because it's sort of the best budget option you get when you Google adventure riding gear or, you know, saddlebags for motorbikes. So I have actually put all this gear through its paces. I've got the tank bag, the 15 litre tail bag, and I've got the 28 litre saddle bags, which I used for my Cape York trip, if you haven't seen that. This isn't going to be you know, a dot point detailed review like I've done for the KDM and other stuff. This is just a down to earth what my opinion on the gear is after using it on actual trips. And if you watch the channel, you know I get into some pretty sticky, shitty situations sometimes. Oh my fucking god, dude. So obviously we know it's cheap, like compared to big name brands like Giant Loop and Moscow Moto and that, it's really fucking cheap, because the prices that those big companies put on their gear is just ridiculous. It is good gear and it is built to withstand pretty shit harsh conditions, but it's fucking expensive. It's ridiculous, really. With the price difference of the Rhinowalk stuff, obviously you're gonna lose build quality. I find that the biggest loss in the build quality is in things like plastic buckles and stitching. Otherwise, you know, the straps seem to be just as strong. The actual leather that all the bags are made out of is actually good. Like, I've stacked the bike heaps with the 15 litre bag on the back. Oh. And never had holes or anything go into it. It's waterproof as long as you roll it up nice. Like, it's pretty good gear. I'll run through the saddlebags, because that's what most people are gonna be looking to buy first off. If you're new and getting into adventure riding, you're gonna want a set of these puppies. So I took these to Cape York, and if you know anything about Cape York, it's dust, water, just dry, hot, harsh conditions. The first and most immediate thing I noticed after installing these and getting on the trip is that the system here that you can use to widen these for wider or skinnier bikes, it's not strong enough to realistically fill 28 litres and hold it when you're bouncing a dirt bike through rocky or bumpy terrain, or jumping it, or doing wheelies or whatever. Righto, so I've woken up in the cabin in Cooktown and I've got to sort this bag out that was pissing me off yesterday. What's going on with them is this strap here, which is adjustable, that goes over the bike, comes loose. It's got a lock, but it still comes loose with the weight. So I'm going to feed it back over itself like that, and then I'll electrical tape real tight around it, and that'll hold it. That lucky tape does wonders. So after ginning around, tightening these up and whatever else, I got back on the trip, kept going, and eventually the whole buckle snapped, and I had to do repairs just on the other side of the Wentlock River up there after I crossed it. Right, we've got dramas with cheap bags. The fucking clip is broken. And we've worn through there.
when it's hit the tyre. So we're going to have to get creative with zip ties and tape. If you can't fix it with tape, zip ties and WD-40, it's fucked.
So yeah, look, unfortunately, one thing you want with the bags is to be able to hold the weight and not fall to bits, which these did. But like I said, even after them I would still spend the $200 to get a new set of these and stitch up these buckles at the right width that I want, and they'd be alright. The only problem I ran into is when they dipped down, I ended up with a hole in the bag where it met the rear tyre, and I still was able to use these for the rest of the trip. So look, the final verdict on them is no, they're not the best thing. You do only get $200 worth. If you're going to load them up with heaps of food and stuff, you need to really look into reinforcing this area that hangs over the bike. But otherwise, like I said, waterproof, build quality is not terrible. They did sit on the bike pretty well once I had them strapped down how I wanted them. It's just a matter of this system is its biggest failure point. But you know, if you want to save $600 on giant loop gear or $1,600 on Moscow Moto gear, buy these, assess these buckles and get your mum, your nan, your missus, fucking whoever to stitch these up and make them stronger, or yourself if you can use a sewing machine. Like, it's not the end of the world. And $200, I tell you what, if I do The Simpson or something, I'll be getting another set of these probably and just stitch them up. Onto my favourite thing I've ever bought Rhinowalk wise, this 15 litre bag. It's just a simple rectangle bag, and I've used the absolute shit out of it for putting my chair, tent and all my sleeping gear in. It always is on the back of the bike and it's fucking awesome. It just works. I think they've updated all this gear now. It's a bit newer and better, but you know, I probably only spent $30-40 or something on it, and it's lasted nearly 2 years of absolute abuse on the back of the bike. It's got enough points to strap down. It's got enough points to close it up and make it watertight. It's just pretty good gear. And the last thing I have is the tank bag. I bought this little mount, and then you just buy a 6 litre bag or whatever size bag you want. If you've got a bigger bike, get a bigger bag. This ties around nicely around the stem of your bike, and these straps go down to somewhere on the frame, and then you just clip this onto this and it's good to go. Again, with this, the padding in the back of it is the same as the big bags. It's nice and stiff, like protects your shit from rubbing through on the bike and whatever. The leather's been good, it's waterproof, never had any of my camera gear get wet. The clips haven't broken on this, clips haven't broken on the 15 litre either. It just does the job, and it's a lot cheaper than a ridiculously expensive big name brand. So, just to quickly recap, build quality for me, tick. Apart from some design issues, which isn't really build quality, like the quality is good, just that design issue on the Pannier bags, that could be fixed. But like I said, you save a shitload of money, and you either put some good knots in it and tape it up like I did, or you you know, just get rid of the click buckle completely and sew that up, and I think it'd last you a long time, really. The only thing that went wrong with me was I was absolutely giving them hell, and it dipped into the tyre and put a hole in it. As for price, we know it's good, and you know, genuinely I think these are a good entry-level bag and realistic bags for people just getting into the sport. So short, sharp one for that review, guys. Like I said, if you want to see proof of me using all this gear, I'll throw up some links to that Cape York trip, and then every other video I think I've got some sort of variant of a Rhinowalk bag on the bike. Yeah, check out my other videos, see the use of some of this gear in action, and yeah, get out there.